setting. For example, there's a poem, you know, Degrees of Gray in Philipsburg.
My favorite.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Now, on that particular poem, how I came to write that, it was during the making of a movie. Now, I remember when I said to the movie maker, I said, look, I don't know what I'm doing around this mining town, because mining is something I know nothing about. I'm a poet of rivers and trout and things like that. And he said, well, maybe it's an oversight on your part. They went up there to film, and I went up there for the first time. It was on a Sunday. And when it was all over, I came back home. The next morning, I got up at 5, and I started to write, and by 9 o'clock, I'd finished that poem. What I learned from that, I think, is that something I'd been doing all the time anyway, and that is that I don't really know very much about these subjects that seem to start the poems. That is to say, what seems to happen is I internalize the town, convert it to the town the poem needs, and then simply appropriate it to the poem.
I see.
And it may help to not know very much about the town, because the less you know about the town, the more you can add. The more you know about the town, the more you may have to subtract, and subtraction is always more difficult than addition, even when you're a little kid in grammar school. See?
Right.
The thing is to, I think to make it the town that the poem needs, then you can fill.
You might come here Sunday on a whim, say your life broke down, the last good kiss you had was years ago. You walk these streets laid out by the insane, past hotels that didn't last, bars that did, the tortured try of local drivers to accelerate their lives. Only churches are kept up. The jail turns 70 this year. The only prisoner is always in, not knowing what he's done. The principal supporting business now is rage, hatred of the various grays, the mountain sends, hatred of the mill, the silver bill repeal, the best-liked girls who leave each year for Butte. One good restaurant and bars can't wipe the boredom out. The 1907 boom, 8 going silver mines, a dance floor built on springs. All memory resolves itself in gaze. In panoramic green, you know the cattle eat, or 2 stacks high above the town, 2 dead kilns, the huge mill in collapse for 50 years that won't fall finally down. Isn't this your life, that ancient kiss still burning out your eyes? Isn't this defeat so accurate the church bell simply seems a pure announcement, ring and no one comes? Don't empty houses ring? Are magnesium and scorn sufficient to support a town? Not just Philipsburg, but towns of towering blondes, good jazz and booze the world will never let you have until the town you came from dies inside. Say no to yourself. The old man, 20 when the jail was built, still laughs, although his lips collapse. Someday soon, he says, I'll go to sleep and not wake up. You tell him no, you're talking to yourself. The car that brought you here still runs. The money you buy lunch with, no matter where it's mined, is silver, and the girl who serves you food is slender, and her red hair lights the wall.